Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back for some more of the Final Fantasy X Let's Play. And if you guys missed out during the last one, well, we have went and used our Chocobo buddy to go and travel us all the way down here to a place known as I want to say it's known as Mushroom Rock Road. So we have to go and use all these weird mushroom type of things here to go and pull ourselves all the way up onto each of these different floors that we have to go and walk around on into. But there is going to be some new enemies to be sprouting around out here, so let's go and see some of them. Now, the one guy at the very far right side right there, you want to be a little bit careful because this guy does have a some sort of crazy attack where he actually hits all three of us with his annoying beam that is going to show up. But you want to make sure that you do go and use the power break on with Auron there, and that should hopefully at least be able to do quite a bit of damage. Now, unfortunately for me is that I have to go and do a little bit of some more extra battles around here, but I will be going and actually upping some of my different guys here to be getting some extra more stats. So later on throughout this actual episode is that you guys are not going to be seeing me jump into the actual sphere grid and do a whole bunch of stuff, but throughout the battles, when we go on through, you will kind of see a little bit of a change up between some of the different abilities and other things that are happening, because currently later on you will be able to go and see that Kimahri is actually able to go and learn a move known as Extract Mana, because we're actually going to be taking a different detour instead of how we are normally supposed to go and use something with Kimahri out here. And normally there's supposed to be a special ability that we need to go and pick up on that certain path, but we're going to be doing something else instead, because I believe we actually do need to use that key level sphere and open that up so that we can kind of connect two different paths, I want to say between each other with another character of ours. So we'll have to go and do something like that. I think that could be Lulu, because I do want to go and try to pick up with the fire ability that can actually be able to go and use for Kimahri there, because that would be pretty nice to go and use. So yeah, look at that beam attack. That does a lot of damage, and you want to be very careful, and that's why we do have Auron to go and take care of all of that. So I'm going to try and see if I can set up for a cheer to at least kind of boost up our attacks and other things out here if we can, but here comes that with another power break. That should at least be able to be doing it right there, so that knocks him out entirely. Now, this guy here is that since it is a flyer, well, we do of course have Waka, right? So we're going to have to go and switch around and use some sort of dark attack or use the silenced attack, either or. But one of them should at least be able to do quite a bit of damage and knock him out for good, so that's pretty nice right there, so pretty happy about with that. Now, I know that we have went and battled out with some other enemies previously from before, so I know that's why I was able to get quite a bit of other different, I want to say like power, like power abilities and speed manas and other things, and that's why I'm going to go and kind of put the use into that within the sphere grid, which you guys won't be able to go and see there. But within these two videos for today, not only are we going to be doing our time with just Final Fantasy X, but we're also doing our time with Ni no Kuni as well. We're going to be heading off into a new place known as the Area Memory, which we have to go and put all the different flowers into that one specific area. Now, I am going to go and show you guys one thing, and that is for us to go and switch between our weapons. So we're going to go and head into the Ice Brain here. And that's going to help ourselves out a little bit, because we're going to go and try to knock out that guy on the in the front row that's right there. So if you guys do see that that bluish and reddish enemy right there, well, that guy is that he's actually weak to, I want to say, to ice damage. So that's why we have the Ice Brand that is going to be launching that up right there. So if you never really went out of the way to go and find that Ice Brand back in the Mihan High Road at the very early part of it, you could go and probably use Lulu if you want to, but I think it'd just be much better if you kind of switch it up for your team a little bit, and at least give everybody at least some bit of experience for each other, because that's how the whole game of Final Fantasy X works, is that if you kind of move around with some of your characters, they will also grab the EXP as well too. So now after a little bit, we do have only one more guy here, so I'm going to try to get some participation points out here. So we're just going to kind of leave Kimahri in there, just so that if he can just do some stuff for a little bit, and then we'll probably just go and switch around into another person instead. Probably maybe go out into Waka, okay. And I don't know if we're going to get ourselves ready yet, but I guess we are. There we go, and that guy is down and out once more. So yeah, that was the only new guy that was there. Everything else that we're going to be getting shown out here throughout this episode is that I'm going to be editing out most of all the repeatable enemies. The only one enemy that is not going to be somewhat of a repeatable is going to be with that Garuda. Now, I know that we have seen him before, and I think that was actually a shown up battle that happened in our time of Luca. But I am going to have to go and show that off just so that it is an actual part of the battle here in this way that we do need to go and take care of. So here's also another new guy. We got some sort of like spore mushroom enemy that's going to be showing up here. That's going to be causing some parts of sleeping, which that is not all that too great. Just going to make things more of an issue than it actually has to be.
Well then,
now, I know that I do have items where I'm pretty certain I can actually go and I think actually wake up on Prox there if we ever do get ourselves cast to sleep. But either way, we'll be able to wake up like right after once this whole part of this battle is going to be over. So we should be okay. Yeah, it's just that only during the time of a battle we are going to just be sleeping here on the job. So there we go. That guy's already done it out. So we just only have one more thing to go and do for now. And that is, of course, is... let's see here. Well, let's see. Maybe I could go probably for a blizzard, but I think for right now is that I'm just kind of switching around with my team once again. There we go. And that's already said and done, and I'm already happy with that. So we got some extra more mana spheres. Always good to go and see from there. So keep on heading through this path, and you should be able to go and see that there should be another chest.
Please proceed to the command
So just keep a lookout for any type of chest that you go and interact with. But we got ourselves a remedy of all things, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you want to make sure to probably keep those remedies with you, because those are always a very hard item to go and find anywhere around in any type of Final Fantasy game. Same with elixirs as well.
Seeing their fierce determination, I couldn't just sit there. So I decided that I would do everything in my power to help them.
Alright, well anyways, let's just go and keep on moving down around from here. Well, it looked like that Chocobo was following me, huh? But yeah, I believe that Chocobo with the lady that's riding around with it, I believe she actually does kind of follow around with us so that we can figure out exactly where we're going to next. But yeah, so right up onto the next mushroom gorge that is here, or the next type of mushroom thing that's going to be showing up. And we have made it to this part. And I believe just go and talk to more of the other different soldiers that are kind of walking around. They'll still give you some extra items, because that's always something important that you should always kind of go and do in a Final Fantasy X game. You don't have to talk to every type of NPC, but most of them will give you items, which that's always something very nice to always go and have. Since we don't really have our time to even go and meet up with Owaka again, that like the only one time that we only got to go and meet up with him was just right before heading on into this whole Mushroom Rock Road area. So we got into another one of these battles. Not to worry, we're actually going to run away from this one. Either way, like even though that those are like repeatable enemies that we just went and seen, I just wanted to just flee off from there just so that we can go and pick up with this chest though. And that is going to be for the Serene Armlet. Wonder who I'm going to be able to go and give that for. Well, it's an armlet, so I would probably want to say that maybe something for, maybe for Waka, or... Could also probably be for Kamari as well, too. I don't know. But we'll head on down through here, though, and this is where we're going to be meeting up with the actual encounters of the Garuda that's going to be here in this place. And these guys do have a total of, like, 4,000 HP, so... We're going to be here for the long run, and that's why I kind of just decided to just end it out on that part so that you guys don't have to see the whole entire battle that goes on. I just want to just make sure that we reach off into where the save point is going to be. Oh, there we go, Bright Bangle. But I don't know if you guys have ever wanted to saw anything yet, but with Lulu, we do have a changeable item that I went and did. So instead of us having that other previous one, that Blinding Cat sits I want to say item, I went and changed it to the M-Mog one, I want to say, for the items there. So it should be interesting to see what that one's going to be all about. But anyways, we're going to end things off here for today. Thank you guys so much for watching for Final Fantasy X. See you guys in the next one. And of course, peace.